Gigi, and I want to welcome you to Gigi's Magic Mailbox. Today I have a special guest. This is my mother-in-law, Drue, but she also kind of looks like Mrs. Claus, doesn't she? Well, she also goes by a lot of other titles. Go ahead and tell them.
Okay, I'm Mom, I'm Grandma, I'm Great Mama, and I'm soon going to be Great Mama.
And what are they going to call you? What did you say?
I said they're going to call me Too Great.
Because she is too great. Did you hear that? That means something's just arrived in the Magic Mailbox. Do you want to see what it is? I'll help you. It might stick.
A book.
All right. This is called The Night Before Christmas. And we're going to let Great Mama read it today because
My mother read it to me. I read it to my children. I have read it to many of my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren, and now this year I'll be reading it to my first great-great-grandchild.
that is so exciting. All right. Well, do you want to hear Great Mama read this story? If you have your own copy, go grab it and you can read along with her. Let's get started.
The Night Before Christmas. The Night Before Christmas, written by Clement C and illustrated by Douglas Gorsline.
'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there.
There's our favorite sound again. Let's see what's in the Magic Mailbox.
What is this?
I don't know.
Stockings!
Oh, just like in the story.
This one reminds me of when I was a little girl. We hung regular stockings, and guess what was in them? Fruit, nuts, and occasionally some candy. And that was all.
Oh man, I know my grandkids, if they only got a stocking this big, they would not be happy.
We were really happy to get those things and looked forward to it.
That's awesome. I'm glad that they've gotten a little bigger over time though. What are these like?
And these hold a lot of things. I'm sure you know what they hold.
What do you like to get in your stocking? All right, well, let's get back to the story.
The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in a kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutter and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be, guess who? St. Nick.
Did you hear that? That means something's in the Magic Mailbox. Aww. Like in the story, this is a St. Nicholas statue, but it's more than a statue, and this is Mrs. Claus. They're little salt and pepper shakers, and what I really love about them is when you put them together, they kiss. I just think that's so cute. I've had these for many, many years, and I always look forward to putting them out at Christmas time. Do you have something special you like to put out?
I have a lot of special things that I put out, and especially on my Christmas tree. One ornament means a lot. It's Mr. and Mrs. Santa dancing together.
Aw, that's cute. Just like this, they kiss and they dance.
There you go.
Well, let's see what else happens in the story.
More rapid than eagles his coursers they came. He whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all.
There's that sound again. Let's see what's in the magic mailbox. Oh, look, it's the 8 reindeer, just like in the story.
Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen.
Comet, Cupid, Donder, and Blitzen. See if you can name them all. There are 8. But some stories often talk about a 9th reindeer. Do you know who that is?
I know who he was.
Who was it?
Do you know?
I do. Rudolph with the red nose. But he's not in this story. But maybe watch for Gigi's Magic Mailbox to do a story on Rudolph this Christmas. All right, well, let's get back to the story.
As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle mount to the sky, so up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke, it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. Did you hear that?
What is it?
Check it out.
All right, let's see. Oh, look, maraschino cherries. Why did the mailbox bring us cherries?
Because Santa's nose looked like a cherry.
Oh, it sure did. That's right. And his belly was like jelly. Santa's just made up of all kinds of food, isn't he? Well, let's see what else Santa is in the story.
He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, and then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night."
Ho, ho, ho.
The end.
Thank you for joining me today on Gigi's Magic Mailbox. She did a great job, didn't she? And I just want the whole world to know, how old are you?
I just turned 87 way back in February.
Wow, that is amazing, isn't it? 87 and still looking just as beautiful as ever. Well, I hope you enjoyed this special segment of Gigi's Magic Mailbox. That's such a fun story, and everyone has read that for years and years and years. It's a classic for sure. What do you like most about it?
I just love the whole story, and I love this particular book because this is the Santa Claus that I remember as a little girl.
Yep, that looks like your classic Santa, and he's smoking that pipe, but we all know Santa learned not to smoke anymore, didn't he?
He learned not to smoke anymore because it's dangerous now.
That's right. Well, we hope you have a great Christmas, and I hope to see you soon.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Hold on.
You can look at the camera when you say, did you hear that?